Max is tall.
Max is tall.
Tall man.
And he's still growing.
So, you know, Max, this is your first time on the show.
It is indeed.
Welcome, man.
Thanks for having me.
Welcome. Yes, we've had your father here. And last time he was here, he was actually talking about you on our show. As
Saying
a matter
good things,
of fact.
I hope.
He was saying very good things, but, well, kind of.
Kind of.
Kind of.
Come on, fill me in.
Well, I think we have a clip of it. Maybe you can watch and judge for yourself.
All right, let's go.
My son, who's Max, who's starting to be an actor now, is making just made a movie called The Host, which is about to come out, and he sort of bemoans it. He says, you know, any other parents would be so proud of me.
Right.
And I come back from doing a movie, and you're just sort of like I've just been out to the bank.
So is that accurate?
Well, I suppose, you know, everything that I hope to achieve, my parents to an extent have already done, which is a blessing in disguise, I think, because you have to find that self-motivation,
Right.
which I think if you do, and you're not in fact doing it for anyone else besides yourself and those you love around you, it's far more motivating, so.
But I would think with two parents who are actors, they would really steer you away from acting because it's such a tough road. It's such a hard life to live in a lot of ways.
They actually did. I mean, they did. I remember one particular time. It was after my 21st birthday, and my gift for my 21st birthday was a nice, beautiful coat. And we were driving off to the shop to pick up this coat, and my mother was screaming at me at the back of the car, saying, "You don't deserve this coat. You're 21. You're 21. You shouldn't have a coat like this. Why aren't you a plumber?"
Right.
I was like, "Hey, thank you very much for being so supportive."
Right.
Great, just what I need.
But
What was the coat made out of? Was it made of gold?
Mink.
Or something? Mink.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. Come on.
Hand-weaved platinum coat. It was incredible.
Yeah, I'm a pimp in my spare time.
But he's a pimp in his spare time. But when you were 18, they cut you off, and you had to work a variety of odd jobs.
They did.
What were some of the jobs? That
Well,
you had
I
to
worked in an office, I was a coffee boy, I was a waiter, I was a bartender, a head bartender.
do?
Ooh.
Ooh, head bartender.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's your best drink?
I can make a mean martini, mean margarita.
You are the perfect man.
Hello.
And do you like being in New York?
I do. In fact, I think I'm moving out here.
Oh.
Oh my God, that is
Welcome.
great. You have ties here?
My girlfriend lives out here,
Oh.
and things are getting kind of serious, so I thought I should make the commitment and move out.
Oh. How serious?
Well, you know, she's pretty good. What can I say?
Exciting.
Well, maybe you'll tell us a little bit more about that after we take this break, and we'll also find out why Max has so many problems with his trousers while shooting The White Queen. We'll be right back with Max Irons, everybody. Now, you played King Edward IV, and this is a true story about power in the English throne. And it all begins when you marry a commoner.
Yes.
Which back then was a big,
It was a huge deal. You know, kings were supposed to marry queens and princesses of other
Right.
places to secure political alliances. But Edward met a woman on the side of the road, a commoner, and not only that, from the enemy camp, from the Lancastrian camp, and fell in love. And I believe it was true love, and it caused huge political ramifications and consequences. But he was smart enough and quick enough on his feet to deal with it.
Were you familiar with that part of history?
Well, we all get taught that stuff in English history when you're at school, but my attention was on other things at 14.
Yeah, right, of course.
So I know that
Blah,
one year,
blah, blah,
blah, blah,
right.
blah, who's the pretty girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you shot in Belgium.
Yes.
And it was a great costumes in this show, man. I told you when doing the commercial break, I love the show. Very, very good. It got me from the first episode.
Yeah.
But you had a lot of problems with your trousers.
I did have quite a lot of problems. Thanks, by the way. A lot of problems. They were quite tight trousers. So
Yeah, so what's the problem with that?
Well, I had to hop up on a horse every now and then, and every single time I did it, my trousers would rip open. And there'd always be a barricade full of tourists who would, of course, have their iPhones out snapping pictures.
We keep waiting to hear the problem part.
It's not a good look. Anyway.
Well, I've got to tell you, we're so excited to see what the future holds for you.
Yes,
we certainly enjoyed you on The White Queen. It of course airs Saturdays at 9 p.m. on Stars. I hope you'll come back now that you're going to be in New York and visit us. This is Max Irons, everybody, from The White Queen. We're going to open up the inbox when we return.
Tomorrow on Live from